Today, I have a kick-ass theory for you about Boba Fett's return in The Mandalorian Season 2. Now, before we get to that, we need to talk a little bit about conflicting reports when it comes to Temuera Morrison making his return as Boba Fett, as well as Timothy Olyphant also wearing the Boba Fett armor. Now, it's really quite simple. The Hollywood Reporter has suggested that Morrison will return as Boba Fett in Season 2 for a small role. And Slashfilm has reported that Timothy Olyphant will wear the Boba Fett armor. They speculated in that report that Timothy Olyphant will actually be playing a character from the Aftermath series, Cobb Vanth. Now, for those of you who don't know, Cobb Vanth is a self-appointed sheriff of the Tatooine-based settlement, Freetown. He acquired what seemed like Boba Fett's Mandalorian armor from Jawas in the Aftermath book series, and Cobb Vanth was a character that was determined to have a place on Tatooine free of the crime lords. And in the Aftermath series, this is exactly what we see him doing, defending Freetown from outside influences from those crime lords. And when it comes to this kick-ass theory, one of the first things I want to suggest that if a person's running around in Mandalorian armor and they've created this safe haven in the Outer Rim on Tatooine, no doubt word of that is going to get out into the galaxy, and I believe eventually a tribe of Mandalorians could actually make their way to Freetown. But more on that soon. The really kick-ass part of the return of Boba Fett could be if he was after that armor, if he wanted to hunt down Timothy Olyphant's character Cobb Vanth and reclaim that armor. It would be somewhat similar to seeing Darth Maul and Obi-Wan face off in Star Wars Rebels. At this point, however, I'm sure you're asking the question, well, how does the Mandalorian Din Djarin and little baby Yoda actually factor into this theory? And well, that would be a good question. But I believe, like the Mandalorian tribe that went to Freetown, the Mandalorian himself, Din Djarin, will make his way to Freetown after hearing about this man in Mandalorian armor, and just the fact that it is a safe haven away from the scum and villainy, and most likely any Moff Gideon allies. But the really interesting part here comes with the Mandalorian Din Djarin and Baby Yoda's role in the face-off between Boba Fett and Cobb Vanth. Now, I could definitely see Boba Fett and several mercenaries assaulting Freetown. After all, this could be a win-win for Boba Fett. He would no doubt be able to get money from the crime lords for taking out Cobb Vanth, a thorn in their side, and then he could also reclaim his armor. That said, in defense of the city would not only be Cobb Vanth, but the Mandalorian tribe, as well as Din Djarin and Baby Yoda. Now, certainly I don't think Boba Fett's mercenary group would be any match for Mandalorian warriors along with the likes of Baby Yoda and Din Djarin himself. I think they would be swiftly defeated, leaving Boba Fett by himself to surrender. And this is really where Din Djarin comes into play. As a former bounty hunter himself, he no doubt had heard rumors of the great Boba Fett and his feats. So what if, and I understand this is a big what if, Din Djarin tries to convince Boba Fett to join the Mandalorian tribe. Remember, after all, Mandalorian isn't a race at this point, but it is actually a creed. It'd be just amazing to get Pedro Pascal to deliver a great speech to Morrison's Boba Fett, telling him the state of the Mandalorian people and how they need all the warriors they can get. Din Djarin would be able to show Boba Fett around the Enclave or the Mandalorian tribe and see the suffering people, see that they've been on the run. And the fantastic thing here is that Star Wars loves redemption arc. It loves a good redemption story. So what if in his old age Boba Fett is redeemed? He stops being the bounty hunter and he joins the Mandalorians and helps them fight for their freedom and survival. Now, pretty obviously this is wild speculation on my part. I don't have a lot to back this up other than the fact that Jon Favreau absolutely loves the character of Boba Fett. I mean, that's why he created an entire show called The Mandalorian. So redeeming Boba Fett and turning him into some sort of hero might just be on Jon Favreau's wish list. Whether or not it's something that George Lucas would really like, that's hard to say. But hey, let me know what you think in the comments below. As always, I'm Mike, thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.